What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games. In today's video, we have another easy shiny hunting exploit method for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's DLC, the Teal Mask. And this video is going to be a massive one, as there is so many Pokemon that we can shiny hunt for in the Timeless Woods, and a lot of fan favorites like Vulpix, Phantump, and much more. Of course, guys, if you like this type of content and enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And consider joining the Pan Fam by supporting the channel by hitting that join channel member button below. So we're going to begin at the entrance of the Timeless Woods right over here, and we're going to the northeast section of the map. So from this area of the Timeless Woods, right in this like little entrance area, we're just going to go hug the wall on the right side over here, and we're just going to keep on hugging it until we get to the right location we need. You can see there's a bunch of different Pokemon that you can hunt in this area. And at first I thought this area was pretty lame, but when it comes to shiny hunting, there's a lot of different things that you can actually reset for. So what you want to do is find this log in this bush. This is exactly what we need to reset here. And as you can see, we're going to get a lot of decent spawns in this area. And the first thing you want to do in this zone is save your game, because just in case you make a mistake on your sandwich or anything like that, just want to save your game so you can reload it so you didn't waste any Herba Mystica. Now, you can do your picnic pretty much wherever in this location as long as you're near the log. Just don't go too far in the front or it won't work. But you can see we can set up our picnic here. Now, there's a lot of different hunts that we can do here, but there's a couple Pokemon that we haven't even covered on the channel yet that I want to cover first. And the first one is going to be a daytime hunt, and we're going to be going for Phantump here. And I'm going to make a ghost type sandwich during the day. And we're going to get one red onion, one salty, and one spicy. Now, this is not an isolated shiny hunt because unfortunately Phantump does not have an isolated shiny hunting method. However, during the nighttime, you get way more ghosts. You get Litwick involved as well, and Duskull too, and we don't want to deal with that. But during the day, you're only going to be getting Mimikyu and Phantump spawning. But the cool thing about Phantump is this Pokemon is a cluster spawn hunt. So we're very easily going to be getting way more Phantump spawns than Mimikyu spawns in this general location. And with that, we're going to have Sparkling Tidal and Cannon level 3 for ghost type Pokemon and ready to begin this shiny hunt. Now, the first thing you want to do, because you see a Toedscruel spawned up here, we don't want to deal with this thing. So we're just going to run up and we're just going to go ahead and knock it out real quick. And then we're going to be able to actually start this hunt because it does spawn every day. So you just want to make sure. But you can see we got a lot of spawns. We got some Mimikyus, but mostly Phantumps because they come in a cluster spawn. So now we just want to do is keep on doing a picnic reset. Now, both of these shinies are actually relatively easy for me to notice, especially Phantump. It's going to be a whole different color, and you can see the colors on the top right hand corner of the screen here. But Phantump is going to be incredibly obvious. You're not going to make a mistake on getting this one. Now, Mimikyu is going to look more like a scale gray Pokemon when you're doing this hunt. So just look for one that looks much more like a monotone colored, and you'll be able to notice it pretty easily. And in just 8 minutes, we got our shiny Phantump right there. Very beautiful and obvious shiny. And I would recommend saving it in front of this thing. You never know if you're going to accidentally knock it out or something bad is going to happen. But there we go. Easy shiny Phantump right here. Helps a lot that they have the cluster spawns coming in, so you have a good chance of at least getting one or maybe even two or sometimes three clusters of these guys coming in. Now let's move on to our next shiny hunt. For our next sandwich, I'm going to be making a fire type sandwich during the day with one basil, one salty, and one spicy. Now you could do this at night too. However, during the daytime, you can isolate shiny hunt for Vulpix here, and this becomes the best Vulpix spot in the game. If you do it at night, you'll get 50-50 spawns on Vulpix and Litwick. Now, if you don't have a Litwick yet shiny, then this is a good method of getting a Litwick and a Vulpix at the same time if you need both of them. But this is an excellent shiny hunting opportunity in that case. However, you only need Vulpix, just do it during the daytime. There we go, Sparkling Tidal and Cannon level 3 for Fire-type Pokemon and ready to begin this hunt. I'm going to be doing this during the daytime because I think the exclusive Vulpix hunt is absolutely phenomenal. Now, it's going to be individual spawns, but you do get a full 15. And you notice if you did the Phantump hunt earlier, that little rocky part right there does have a different spawn table. So you don't get Forest Mons, but Vulpix is both a Forest Mon and that like Rock Mon spawn table. So it actually gets you to full 15 here. So that's the interesting part about this area is like some spots are going to be better for certain types of Pokemon based on how much rock is actually in the area. And you definitely want to mess around with moving in the area. So like for here, it doesn't really matter because it's Vulpix, but for something like Phantom, maybe move a little bit more to the right so you get away from that piece of tile over there. The shiny for Vulpix is going to be incredibly easy to notice though. It's going to be more of a green color to it than the red. And for the Litwick, it's going to have a blue flame instead of the purple flame. And there we go. With just 9 minutes left, we get our shiny Vulpix. Now, I didn't realize that Lampids would be a pack spawn here. So at night is actually going to be really good if you want to get a shiny Lampent. Vulpix will try to run away from you, so just try to cut it off. Run in front of it and try to get that shiny. It's very obvious from a distance though. Now let's move on to our next shiny hunt. For our next shiny hunt, we're gonna make a psychic type sandwich with 1 salty, 1 onion, and then 1 sour. There we have it, sparkling title and counter level 3 for psychic type Pokemon, and ready to begin this shiny hunt. And now with this shiny hunt, we can go for Hatchrim and Hatterene and Indeedee in this spot. If you're getting too many spawns from that weird tile over there, you can just move a little bit over to the right. But honestly, this actually ends up being the best Indeedee spot in the game, which is really cool. And Hatchrim, Hatterene are pretty rare in general in the base game. You can get Hatenna pretty easily, but these shinies are going to be very noticeable. For the Hatchrim and Hatterene, you're just going to notice that they're going to be all pink instead of having any sort of blue to them. And the Indeedee, instead of having all purple on them, they're going to have more of like a dark bluish color on them. So good luck on these shiny hunts. Our next hunt, we're going to be making a poison type sandwich. And we can make a poison type sandwich by using 1 noodle, 1 salty, and 1 spicy. There we have it, sparkling title and counter level 3 for poison type Pokemon, and ready to begin this shiny hunt. And with this shiny hunt, we're going to be able to isolate shiny hunt for the Spinarak line. You'll be getting mostly Spinarax. Sometimes you get a cluster of Spinarax with a Ariados in the middle, but it's mostly going to be Spinarax, and this is going to be another great spot to hunt this spider Pokemon. The shiny is very obvious. They're going to be like highlighter color blue on them, so they're going to be super easy to notice, especially at night when they're even more noticeable. Next up is going to be a flying type sandwich at night, and we're going to use 1 prosciutto, 1 salty, and 1 spicy. And there we go, sparkling title and counter level 3 for flying type Pokemon, and ready to begin this shiny hunt. And with this one, we're going to be getting our favorite nighttime Pokemon that's flying, the Murkrow of the DLC, which is Hoot Hoot. You're going to be getting 15 Hoot Hoot spawns. Sometimes you'll be getting a Noctowl as well. And luckily for us, they also spawn on that dirt tile too, so it will only be Hoot Hoots during this hunt. For our next hunt, we're going to go for a steel type sandwich with 1 hamburger, 1 salty, and 1 spicy. And with this sandwich, you'll be easily able to shiny hunt for Pawniard and Bashard in this area. They also do spawn on that ground tile over there, so you don't have to worry about that. There'll be single spawns and cluster spawns of them, so it's gonna be a relatively easy shiny to hunt, and their shinies are super obvious. They're gonna be blue instead of red, so good luck on this shiny hunt. And for our next shiny hunt, we're gonna be making a water type sandwich with 1 cucumber, 1 salty, and 1 spice. And there we have it, sparkling title and counter power level 3 for water type Pokemon, and ready to begin this hunt. And with this sandwich, we're gonna be able to isolate shiny hunt for Lotad and Lombre. This is gonna be another great spot to get these guys. Now there's gonna be a lot of Lombres, and sometimes there's gonna be more Lombres than Lotads. Lotads only spawn in clusters, while the Lombres are gonna be spawning more by themselves. If you do get a cluster of Lotads, you will usually have a Lombre leader in there for the most part. But this is still a great spot to do this hunt. And the shiny for Lotad and Lombre are very obvious. I mean, like, Lotad's olive, like, purple, black. And then Lombre's more like a highlighter color of his original colors. So good luck on this shiny hunt. And for our next shiny hunt, we're going to go for a ground type sandwich with 1 ham, 1 salty, and 1 spicy. There we have it, sparkling title and counter power level 3 for ground type Pokemon, and ready to begin this hunt. And with this hunt, we're going to be able to shiny hunt for Toedscool and Toedscruel in this area. Now, these shinies are incredibly obvious. Toedscool is going to be all white, and Toedscruel is going to be like pink and black. It's actually a really dope shiny for sure. And let's move on to our next shiny hunt. For our last shiny hunt, we're going to be doing a normal type sandwich during the day with 1 fried fillet, 1 salty, and 1 spice. There we have it, sparkling title and counter level 3 for normal type Pokemon, and ready to begin this hunt. And with this, we're going to be getting 3 different spawns here. It's going to be Stantler and Indeedee. Once again, remember to remove the Toadstool if you do start a new sandwich. And remove this Hatchram because it could also be a static. Remove these guys. But with this spot, you're going to be able to get Stantler, Indeedee, and Greenock. Now, the reason why I recommend this spot is this actually might be the best Stantler spot in the entire game. There isn't a good Stantler spot in the base game at all, and you get Stantler cluster spawns here. And yeah, you do get a bunch of other Pokemon, but the fact that Stantler does come in cluster spawns here does give this place a good chance of getting that radioactive deer. You can also do this as a run around hunt as well, but if you don't have Indeedee, Stantler, or Greedent, or at least don't have 2 to 3 of those, this is going to be an excellent shiny hunt area for these normal type Pokemon. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the last hunt I recommend in this location. I hope these shiny hunts are helpful to you, and if they are, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And of course, guys, if you know any good shiny hunting locations, please let me know in the comment section below or send me a message on Discord. We are almost done wrapping up all of the areas of the game, and now we're going to start moving on to specific hunts and other type of exploits. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.